The short of it is we raised $10 billion in 4 years after our initial announcement. And that's like progressively work and learning. We're learning, and the market's learning to trust us, right? We're building a relationship. My relationship's not just with my equity investors, it's with the convertible bond investors. You meet with a convertible bond investor, say, I saw you last quarter. I saw you, you yelled at me for this and this. I fixed this. I'll do this. We're partners together. I promise you I will do this. I'm not going to mess with your opportunity. I'm not going to hedge it. I'm not going to steal your trading opportunity. I will do this and this and this. The guy goes, well, and I'm looking forward to this future. The guy goes, thank you for your candor. $500 million order. 50. Like, if you have trust and people understand you, they'll give you your money. So what happened next is we raised $13.5 billion in 4 weeks.
Welcome back to the channel. That was Michael Saylor telling you how MicroStrategy has been able to build trust in the market, allowing them to raise a lot of capital to buy Bitcoin. And in today's video, we're going to be getting into some MicroStrategy Bitcoin news. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. The market is closed today for the holiday, but we'll still be getting into the news. We're bringing these videos to you guys every single day. And I hope you guys enjoy the holiday. I hope you get to spend some time with your family. And let's just go ahead and jump into it here today. We have MicroStrategy saying that they're going to be raising the authorized share count by 10 billion. They currently have 330 million shares outstanding, meaning this could increase the share count by 3,000%. And I just wanted to cover this today. A lot of people have been talking about this in the MicroStrategy community over the past couple of days. And I've seen some crazy price predictions. People were saying that they're going to take all these shares and buy Bitcoin. It's going to be trillions and trillions of dollars of shares. But I think this thread here from Dylan Leclerc sums it up pretty well. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just highlight some of the key points here. First, he's saying, don't freak out about the authorized share increase. Everything that Saylor and the MicroStrategy team does is to benefit the common shareholders. They're trying to get the shareholders to have more Bitcoin per share. He says any math where you assume 10 billion share dilution today is needlessly stupid. The authorized share count limit is a threshold that shareholders have to approve to raise. Many public companies in the US have a massive authorized share count, so they never have to call another extraordinary shareholder meeting to vote on an increase. It's really just about flexibility, he says right here. For example, in Japan, the rule is the authorized shares can only be 4x outstanding shares. As such, Metaplanet has increased the authorized shares twice this year, 4x once and then another 4x. Both instances required us to call in an EGM, extraordinary general meeting of shareholders. So basically all MicroStrategy is doing here is increasing that limit and doing it so they don't have to worry about it for a long time. It doesn't mean shares outstanding or fully diluted count are increasing. It just gives the board flexibility and breathing room. It makes sense to just have to increase it once and not really have to worry about it again. And then he goes back to point here, the only thing MicroStrategy is trying to do, they're not going to use these shares to dilute the Bitcoin per share. Anything they're going to do is going to be accretive to the shareholder in terms of Bitcoin per share. That has been MicroStrategy's playbook the entire time. This is why MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor share that Bitcoin yield number every single time they talk about buying Bitcoin. So a lot of hype and a lot of FUD around this share dilution. And I think Dylan Leclerc sums it up pretty well here. It's nothing really to worry about in my opinion. But to get into MicroStrategy's price, we had a pretty good day on Tuesday. MicroStrategy was up 8%. We almost hit 360, closed at 358. Pretty good day for MicroStrategy there. And SIMR Scientific was up 16%. So while MicroStrategy was up 8%, we have SIMR outperforming MicroStrategy. And SIMR, you guys got to watch out for the stock. We've been telling you about this one. They have options now. You can trade options with SIMR. They're doing the same strategy that MicroStrategy is doing. And if you look at their market cap, they're a lot smaller than MicroStrategy, 660 million versus MicroStrategy's $87.23 billion. So with those smaller market cap companies, you can really get the big gains if you get in early. But if you are a MicroStrategy Bitcoin holder, you may want to look into diversifying a little bit into SIMR. Not telling you guys to go all in, but definitely a company to look into. And if you guys want to trade SIMR or MicroStrategy, you can do that on MooMoo. Use our affiliate link. You can get up to 15 free shares. Each one of those shares could be valued up to $2,000 each. And you can also trade Bitcoin on MooMoo as well. Bitcoin since the close on Tuesday is down 0.33%. So it hasn't really moved too much there. Bitcoin obviously trades 24/7, while MicroStrategy and the rest of the traditional stock market is closed right now. So Bitcoin currently sitting at around $98,300. And if you look at the most actively traded US stocks for yesterday, MicroStrategy came in at number 4 at around $5.87 billion of volume, just below Apple, Nvidia, and Tesla. But you can see some of the companies up here that MicroStrategy is trading with. These are trillion-dollar companies. You have Tesla, 1.4 trillion, Nvidia is 3.4, Apple is 3.9. These are the biggest companies in the world. Broadcom is 1.12 trillion. You have Palantir, 187 billion, Amazon 2.41 trillion, Microsoft 3.27 trillion, while MicroStrategy is below $90 billion. This could be forecasting something to come. We could see MicroStrategy become a $1 trillion company eventually. That's not financial advice. And then we'll go ahead and get into some Bitcoin news here and then leave you guys with a clip from Saylor explaining the Bitcoin strategic reserve and why it's going to be important for the country. And then you can see right here, Russia says it is using Bitcoin for international payments. Interesting there. Good to see that. More use case and adoption for BTC. And then if this cycle plays out like the past 2 cycles, you can see where we are right now. We could have a lot of bull run to go. And leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Where do you think we're going to peak for this bull run? Do you think the 4-year cycles continue to play out? Are we going to peak in 2025 or 2026? I want to hear you guys' thoughts, but according to this chart, we can see Bitcoin peak somewhere around $400,000 in 2025. And then Malaysia's largest bank says when the U.S. establishes Bitcoin reserves, other countries will follow the increasing demand. So if U.S. does establish this Bitcoin reserve, we'll definitely see other countries hop on the bandwagon, and that's going to cause Bitcoin's price to skyrocket. I think all models are broken if that happens. If the bill from Cynthia Lummis comes out and it gets passed in the United States, and the United States actually buys 1 million Bitcoin over the next 4 years, I think you can throw the 4-year cycle theory away, especially what MicroStrategy is doing and all these other companies and the strategic reserves from the individual states in the U.S. and the other countries adopting. I think you can throw that away. I think if that happens, we're going to see Bitcoin's price go parabolic. But then I want to get into this clip here from Saylor talking about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. So leave all your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys have a great holiday. My name is Aaron from the Bitcoin Bros. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.
I don't know what the purpose of a Bitcoin central reserve is, and I haven't seen the details of why that's important.
Bitcoin is emerging as the world's reserve capital network. People are realizing that Bitcoin is better than real estate. It's better than stocks. There's not a single company or real estate property that you would rather own for the long term than Bitcoin. So the very simple idea is buy 20 or 25% of the Bitcoin network on behalf of the U.S. government, catalyze the development of that world reserve capital network, and then let all the Chinese and the Russians and the foreigners sell all their other assets and buy Bitcoin, and then the money flows into the United States. If you want to put a great twist on it, dump your gold, sell all the U.S. gold, buy Bitcoin, then the trade is free because you could buy 5 million Bitcoin for the cost of the gold. You will demonetize the entire gold asset class, and our enemies hold gold in their banks, so their assets would go to zero. Our assets would go to $100 trillion, and we would control the world's reserve capital network as well as the world's reserve currency network.